Hi there, Markin here, the dentist, and this is the next episode of Dentinar. And today, as promised, I am going to focus on digital dentistry. And for the first shot, as I thought it will be the best option, I thought that we are going to talk about intraoral scanning today. And intraoral scanning, what I mean is I would like to show you how to properly perform an intraoral scan, because it is not as easy as it looks. Because when you take your impression, what you do, you are registering your prosthetic area in one shot, let's call it like this, because you take your impression mass on your tray, you put it in your mouth, and you register entire teeth at once, on one time. But when you perform an intraoral scan, your scanner, when you start scanning, your scanner sees, let's say, only this area here. Next time it sees this area here, and so on and so on. So by the time the scanner sees the other side of teeth arc, it's maybe, I cannot say that it forget, but it does not have those two images on one shot, on one photo, on one area. So this may cause some problems, which I am going to show you on the video. So let me just switch to it, and here we go. Here you can see an intraoral scan performed by my hygienist Marta, after I showed her how to do it the right way. Now what you see on the pink color, I just aligned the other mesh. So the same day we performed an intraoral scan, we also took an impression. And with this impression we created a gypsum model, and we scanned it with laboratory scanner. And we aligned those two meshes to see if they fit. And as you can see, they fit almost perfectly. So we can say in the conclusion that our intraoral scanning process was done the right way, because there was no mistake, let's say, in creating of the occlusal plane here. But as you will see on the next movie, when we aligned to those two meshes, the next mesh, which was pre-op scan. And as you can see on this pre-op scan, I will switch it here. As you can see right here, I will just pause it here. As you can see on the pre-op scan, this area here is a couple of millimeters lower than on the operational scan. This is caused by the wrong scanning technique. So the pre-op scan was performed by the same person, my hygienist, but before I told her how to do it correctly. The scan after preparing the teeth was done by her after I told her how to do it correctly. So this is what I'm going to show you on today's Dentinar, how to properly scan teeth to get correct result, which is similar to the result that you get when you do the impression. And very important in this is how you move your scanner, and I will show it to you on the next movie. Okay, so here we got the scanning process, which was done with very same case. So as you can see, the scanning process starts and we move our scanner constantly with almost the same speed over the occlusional surfaces of scanning teeth from the one side to the other side. We do not focus on registering as much details as we can on the very first beginning, but we just go with our scan first on the occlusal surfaces, and in this case on the upper arc scanning we go on the palatal surfaces, and when we are done with that, then we are going to labial surfaces of teeth, and we just keep on scanning until we scan those three surfaces till the end. And then when we are done with this, we are going with the details. So after that we are registering the details. As you can see, when you I will just go a little backward. When you go to this moment, when you scan the labial surfaces, you will have to stop scanning, turn your scanner around and go again to finish your scanning. And with this you are able to get the best occlusal plane without any errors, mistakes, or something like this. And after that you just concentrate to scan details of your prepared teeth. To do it correctly, you can, at least in Medit scanner, you can switch to, I call it color mode. Your scan is not in real colors, but it is in green and red then. So what does it mean? Green area is the area, you can see it like this, which is properly scanned. That scanner received all informations it needs to generate 3D image. But if it is red, it means that it is not properly scanned and scanner did not receive all the information that it is needed. But it does not mean that you need to stay on the scanned area for much longer, but it means that if you want to get your image green, your scanner needs to see the area from at least 2 different angles. When it is seen from 2 different angles, the program will be able to generate proper 3D image. If it is not, program may not be able to generate good image. Now we are going to scan lower arc, but with the same idea. So we go on the occlusal surfaces from the right side to the left side, but the difference is that here on the lower arc we first go for labial surfaces, because in lower arc it's easier. So that's why I do it like this. On the middle, when you're unable to do it in the same direction, you change your direction of the scanner, as you will see on the video, and you continue. After you are finished with label surface, then you go to lingual surfaces, and to be honest, this scan is performed with by only one person, without any help from the other person. So it is done only by my hygienist. I just taught her how to do it, and she is able to do it by herself without any help. And scanning of lower arc took, I don't know, not more than 5 minutes. For upper arc took a little longer than 5 minutes. So entire scanning took at least, approximately 15 minutes. So it is not much longer than traditional impression. But when you do it correctly, you get much more information, and you can do designing of your prosthetic restoration much better. So this is the first important thing, that when you scan, you do it the right way. So you go with constant speed over the occlusal surfaces, just like this, from one side of the arc to the other side of the arc. Then on the upper arc you first scan, also with the same constant speed, palatal surfaces. Then you go on the labial surfaces. In the middle you need to stop scanning and switch direction of the scanner and finish your scan. And after that you just go with your details and show the scanned area to your scanner from different directions to get the most accurate scanning image. This is the first important thing. Second thing that you need to take into the consideration is, I will just switch into video, just give me a moment, is scanning of your occlusion, because in all scanners you are able moment. Okay, here we go. In every intraoral scanner you are able to scan your occlusion on the right side and on the left side. And what I am trying to tell you is that you need to give the rendering program as much information as possible. So the best option is, when you go with scanning, let's say your right occlusion, just go as shown here on the video, just see it again, just go from the right side to the left side. Don't finish scanning of your occlusion in the middle. Give your computer much more information, so go with your scanner to the other way around. And when you scan the left side occlusion, scan the left side just like shown here, and go to the right side, and then the program will get much more information about the occlusal plane. Here is the constructional occlusion. So we just, because we went with preparing all the teeth, we lost our vertical dimension, so we need to register it in constructional occlusion, but in fact it doesn't matter, the idea is the same. So when you scan your occlusion, just like here, go from one side to the middle, and then don't stop, just go to the other side, and when you scan the other side, do the same. Then your program will get much more information, and as seen on the first movie right here, you will be able to get most accurate data that you need to design your bridge, prosthetic bridge. And this is the very important in designing of the bridges, because if you get image like here, like on the second movie, when your scan is not correct in occlusal plane, just like seen here, your bridge won't fit to your patient. And this is not a big problem if it is temporary bridge, but if you want to design long-term bridge, it can be a problem for you. So take it into the consideration. Remember those two easy hints, and really your scanning process will be much easier and faster, and your scanning effects will be more accurate. I know that we can go with traditional impression and make a model out of it, but in fact I prefer to design my prosthetic restorations on intraoral scans, because I can see much more things in there. I can see colors that I cannot see on gypsum models, and as you can see, it gives us a lot of possibilities. This is the patient on whom we performed the scan, and this is the initial situation. This is how he smiled, and he wanted, when we started the treatment, he wanted the fast results. But as you know, in this situation, results cannot be fast. But if you go like this, that you create and design your restoration in your computer, and you are equipped in 3D printer, you are able to provide these results to your patient in maximum 24 hours. And he becomes much more motivated to continue with treatment. This is the first thing. And you as a dentist has much less problems with it, because when he destroys this restoration and he can destroy the temporary, you will just provide him the new one, because you could 3D print it in the multiple copies. And this is not a big cost for you, because you just printed it, patient paid for it, and you do not need to pay your technician for the next temporary restoration, and this is important. So I think with this video I helped you to understand how to perform intraoral scan correct way, and I hope it will be helpful for you. So see you next time. As you have any questions, find me on my Facebook or on Instagram, or you can write a comment right here. Take care, have a nice week, see ya.